So Ultimate Custom Night may seem not very scary, but really it has secrets inside them that are terrifying. Ultimate Custom Night secrets and what I think they might mean. Stay tuned until the end to hear my theory. So in Ultimate Custom Night, you're a mysterious person. You don't know who you are, and depending on how much you set the animatronics, you could have all of them set to 0 and then nothing can happen. This game is weirder than most Five Nights at Freddy's games. Now notice, one weird thing about this game already is how you can close the doors from so far away. Because in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, you have to actually get close to the door and then you can close it. In Ultimate Custom Night, it's not the same. You can close it from a far away, which is kind of strange. Now one of the secrets in this game is setting Old Man Consequences to 1. One weird thing about Old Man Consequences is that he's the only character from Five Nights at Freddy's world, and he's also the only pixelated character. So let's begin the night. You have to set him to 1, and then something crazy will happen. So as you can see, if we catch the fist, we'll see a weird screen. It's like a bunch of Freddy's. You'll hear a weird sound. This sound sounds quite disturbing. Now as you can see, Old Man Consequences is right here. Notice that we have a similar shape to Freddy or even Golden Freddy. That will be important later. So let's go talk to him. Come and sit with me a while. Leave the demon to his demons, rest your own soul. There is nothing else. What he said will be important for later. So to get out of this mysterious place, you have to drown yourself in this little pond. And if you go deep enough, your game will crash. So I made a video a long time ago about playing Ultimate Custom Night. Now overall I tried to make this a comedy, but something creepy happens. And this can happen for anyone. When you die, usually you'll see something creepy, but you have to pay attention. I'm about to die. Now, did you see it? There's a creepy child whenever you die. It turns red. There's a little kid that will camouflage in the red screen. And then it will say game over. And this kid can be found in the vents when you die, of course, and sometimes when you flip down the camera. So let's set Golden Freddy to 1, just like Old Man Consequences. So as you can see the weird child again. Now as you can see, you see a mysterious hat right here. Once you get the death coin and Golden Freddy is set to 1, obviously something weird happens. So Golden Freddy is here and it's saying I can use the death coin. So when he shows up, click the death coin as fast as you can. As you can see, Golden Freddy is obviously a very important character. The fact that it has its own new jump scare, including the fact that it has some weird sound at the end, I don't know. I feel like Golden Freddy is very important in this game. Not only that, but Cassidy also is very important, because you can see her almost anywhere. So, now the reason why I say Cassidy is because I've heard other people say it's Cassidy. Now the only problem with their theory is that it looks like a boy and not a girl. But at the same time, the image is too distorted to even know. Some of the animatronics say some weird stuff when you die. They keep saying this.
We've only just begun. I will never let you leave. I will never let you rest.
This is how it feels and you get to experience it over and over and over again.
He tried to release you. He tried to release us. But I'm not gonna let that happen. I will hold you here. I will keep you here.
So that sounds pretty important. But not only that, but you can also hear a weird voice whispering. It's got a little delay after the animatronic talks. I don't know if you heard, but I'll try to make it as clear as possible.
Tried to release us.
That has to have a purpose. You know what it is? It's probably Cassidy. See, my theory of this game, well, before we get to that, let me show you another Easter egg. In the Old Man Consequences thing, there's a weird voice you'll hear. Let me show you. Oh, and if you hear some weird noise in the background, that's just because I had Minecraft on, and that may sound a weird sound, but just pay attention to the person who's talking. So I did an effect to make this sound a little clearer. So it sounds like the person who's in here is saying, Henry, Mike, help. And then he starts saying Mike and help repeatedly. Now, some people have considered this is William Afton in hell. Now, personally, I would actually agree with him. I mean, who else could this be? I don't know who Mike and Henry are, and that would, if I knew who they were, I'd probably get an idea. Either William Afton is close friends with these people, or even Mike or Henry is William Afton's son. So, here's my theory. After all the information we've gathered, I think that Golden Freddy and Cassidy, I think Cassidy is in Golden Freddy. I think the animatronics are all helping Cassidy. Notice that also Old Man Consequences says leave the demon to his demons, rest your own soul. And notice you look like Freddy. Could it be that Golden Freddy is talking to Old Man Consequences and Old Man Consequences is saying that you should rest your own soul? And the scream you heard sounded like somebody suffering. Maybe Old Man Consequences is talking about the demon that's suffering, and maybe he's telling the weird child to rest his or her own soul. Kind of similar to Five Nights at Freddy's 3. The 5 children that got murdered by William Afton wanted revenge on William Afton, so they didn't rest their souls until they killed him. And I feel like that's the same thing here. It's possible it's William Afton, but the only problem I have is, once again, Afton is an animatronic, but the thing I feel a little better about, and he feels like he's teaming with the animatronics. That's the only problem, and that's the only thing that makes this theory maybe not true. But I'm not sure. Or it could be the person you're playing as. Maybe the person you're playing as isn't William Afton. Maybe you're some random murderer. But this is what I think. I think the whole story is Cassidy trying to get revenge on you for murdering her. And now that I think about it, it probably is a girl. Because whenever we heard the whispers, whenever Orville spoke, we heard a little whisper that sounded like a little girl. So after all this information, I have a good feeling that Cassidy and the animatronics are trying to come kill the person you are because you're the bad guy. And then in the end, maybe the Old Man Consequences Easter egg is like an ending. Maybe that's the good ending. But this is just my thoughts. If you want to say your thoughts too, leave it down in the comments below. And we'll be seeing you on the next one. Goodbye.